Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm answering a question, which is why do SEO companies sometimes choose not to work with a company that's soliciting different SEO companies? Now, there's a few reasons why a particular SEO consultant, agency, company might choose not to work with your company, and I'm going to outline some of the things that I know that for myself and for other people that I know that do SEO, things that to us might be red flags when we're getting a prospect either through our contact form, email, or phone call. Now, one of the very first red flags is if the prospective company doesn't want to sit down and have an initial conversation, and they just want to get a price on the services like right away. If they're just fishing around for a price and they don't want to have an actual conversation about why they're reaching out for SEO, what they're trying to accomplish, who their competitors are, what are they trying to rank for, these different things, if they don't want to have that conversation, then and they're just fishing for a price, that's a big red flag, because usually that means that they're just going to hire the company that's the lowest price, and that's usually not a very good company. That's why they're the lowest price. Second thing that's a really big red flag is if you do not trust the SEO company to run their own process. Now, I don't know if this is a thing. Sometimes I think people are not used to hiring SEO companies, and maybe they're used to hiring employees for their particular company. But if you come to us with a list of tasks that need to be done, as if you're hiring somebody off of Upwork, or if you're just hiring somebody off of Craigslist, that's a big turnoff, especially to anybody who is good at SEO. Most of the time, an SEO agency or an SEO company, they're going to want to run their own process to discover what, based on what you're trying to rank for, who your competitors are, what SEO you've done in the past, what your site looks like, what keywords you have there, what your content looks like, what backlinks you have, the design of your site, all these different things. You're going to want to do some kind of research into that. But if you're just handing them a list and saying, here's what we want you to do, you're basically looking for a short-term employee and not really a SEO agency to help you out long-term. And it's usually a big turnoff too, because this usually comes from either like an IT department in the company, or maybe it's one of the people that works in the company, and they're kind of self-diagnosing for SEO. And this is something you might not want to hear, but if you knew exactly how to rank higher, you'd be doing it right now, and there's a reason why you're reaching out to SEO companies for help. And it's okay to let the SEO companies run their process and do the engagement on their terms. Otherwise most people are going to turn that down that have the actual talent and skill to do this. I think a lot of the problem is too, like if you are working at one company and you're doing SEO just for your own site, you're not seeing the bigger picture of what's working on a multitude of sites. And that is the biggest advantage of working with the agency or working with the SEO company that has a whole roster of clients, because we know what is going to work, because we have a whole roster full of clients that we're doing it for. And so we can tell you whether the things on your list are going to make an impact or not. Often those lists are incomplete. The third thing that's like a big turnoff is if you're treating the SEO person that you're reaching out to as kind of a short-term employee, a short-term person to come in and just do what you're going to tell them to do. And it's really kind of disrespectful in a lot of ways. If you're just treating people as a short-term thing and you just want to give them orders and you don't actually want to listen to their input or their help or their strategy, that's really kind of disrespecting them. And like I said, a lot of people will turn it down if they get these kind of senses and red flags and this kind of instinct about how you're reaching out. So to sum up, the biggest things are: be willing to sit down and have a conversation with the company that you're trying to hire. Be sure that you let them run their own process, because again, if you're just handing them a list of stuff to do, anybody can do that. You can go on Upwork, you can go on Craigslist, you can find anybody to really do that. But if you actually want insight from people who are running a roster full of clients and have experience, then you're going to treat them a little bit differently. And lastly, be sure that you're not looking for just a short-term employee. You could definitely find somebody like that for sure, but SEO companies generally don't like to be treated like that. We're here to help you, and we want to help you succeed. And like I said, everybody that's on my roster, I can't speak for every single one of my peers, but the people that I respect in the industry, like everybody on their roster, they want to see succeed. Everybody that's on my roster, I am totally invested in seeing them succeed. So, if you want that kind of energy, you got to give that kind of energy too. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here every single day giving SEO tips and advice for the industrial and manufacturing space. So be sure to hit subscribe. We're reaching toward our next goal, which is 1,000 subscribers. I know we can do it because momentum is on our side. I'll be back here tomorrow with a new video, and until next time, peace.